Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So currently we definitely are watching the market a little bit closely right now. Today is the weekly candle close, and tomorrow we do see indices opening, and right now it has been a little bit bearish. We have been watching the resistance testing on Bitcoin. It has not been looking good, so we will most likely see a deeper, correction within this market. I'm definitely paying attention right now to see if we can break down below some support levels and see some nice cheap prices along the board for some altcoins. Obviously, right now it's more so kind of centered on Ethereum, but it looks like Bitcoin dominance is going to make its way, back up, which will start to pull the market down, as you guys have been seeing it kind of doing it on the 24-hour span. We are definitely, like I said, keeping a close eye out on that. HBAR recently broke down below 8 cents. It was trading close to about 8.5 cents on the 7-day span, as you guys do see. I think at the highest peak, it was like almost exactly 8.5 cents. But since then, we have been starting to drop down a little bit. I'm watching to see if we can retest the 7-cent zone one last time. And I'm actually watching to see how low Bitcoin goes. We have been watching the mid 20K region before, again, it's going to have that continuation up to about 28K, and that will most likely bring, some alts with it. We are going to be watching that price action, once we do see Bitcoin try to bottom out around like the 22K region to have, higher continuation. But, HBAR will definitely be included on that list when we do start to move. We don't know how high, this market is going to go once we do see a retest of 28K, but Bitcoin has been looking pretty weak so far. And, when we talk about, altcoins, it does not matter the fundamentals behind them. They will also look very weak because of Bitcoin. And talking more so about HBAR long term, I want to ask you guys, how high do you think that HBAR will go in regards to this market? I mean, I know that we have an incredible GC backing. I know that there's some great projects that are still yet to go live, but we have been seeing a lot of community growth around Hedera, and I've always told you guys during a bear market what is most important. Well, not only is it the building idea, not only is it the activity, from the team, but it's also, you want to see a lot of community growth. Community engagement is key and crucial for the success of a project during the bear market. So when we actually look at Hedera, they have been keeping pace. They have been doing pretty well. And I just want to ask you guys, next cycle, where do you think that HBAR will be? To me, I do believe that we could reach into the top 10 list. And I do think that we could possibly get into the top 5. It all depends on how much hype and substance there is around Hedera. So I don't like to make any sort of major calls, but I would say if it doesn't get into the top 5, it would be pretty disappointing to me with what we have been seeing lately. So where do you guys think HBAR can go? Drop down in the comments where you guys do think this is going. So with that in mind, we just seen an article posted from the HBAR Foundation with Rob Allen. We just here in this Financial Express article, Rob Noddle, SVP Ecosystem Acceleration, outlines the potential of the Indian Web3 ecosystem, Hedera's close relationship with this nation, and the new Hedera dedicated Labs Lumos Ecosystem Accelerator. And over here, so let me close out of that. Sorry, my bad. So we do see at the top the big global bet on the Indian Web3 ecosystem. Last year, Indian crypto and blockchain startups raised over $600 million from global investors, an increase of more than 15x from the $37 million raised in 2020. And we do see down here, blockchain and the broader category of DLT is fast emerging as a transformative technology with the potential to reshape businesses and the internet for better. With India being one of the fastest growing and digitizing economies, investors are aggressively infusing capital into blockchain/DLT and Web 3.0 startups in India. Last year, Indian crypto and blockchain startups raised over $600 million from global investors, an increase of more than 15x from the $37 million raised in 2020. Witnessing this huge potential in the Indian Web 3.0 ecosystem, multiple global investors have been bullish towards it. India has built a robust identity and digital payments infrastructure and implemented it at a rapid scale and speed. Combined with India's world-class software talent, there has been a big bet made on crypto and the Web 3.0 technology, helping accelerate India's economic and financial inclusion goals. And yeah, I mean, this is a very large crypto user base. They have 25 million individuals. This number is projected to grow to 100 million in the next 3 years. So when we actually look at the Web 3.0 market, this is perfect for Hedera. And we do see here, like, realizing the potential of the Hedera network, the most utilized sustainable enterprise-grade public ledger for decentralized economy, and in particular the Hbar Foundation, both aim to support the creation of Web 3.0 communities built on the Hedera network by empowering the funding the builders developing these communities through grants. And yeah. Like, I think that this is great. They just recently partnered with Lumos Labs for the accelerator, which will focus on strengthening similar Web 3.0 solutions in India. So this is actually pretty substantial. They have a lot of connections in India. For an example, we do see here understanding the long-term potential of the Hedera network. IIT Madras, Tata Communications, and WEB3 all sit on the decentralized Hedera Governing Council. Each run a network node and contribute to overall direction of the network for the duration of their 2 to 3 year terms. Alongside, these names, AR Rahman is building his music NFT network. 1 to 11 are building their play to earn P2E ecosystem, and Deepak Chopra has launched his Never Alone app, all on the carbon negative Hedera network. So they are definitely, positioned pretty well within this area, and I'm very excited to see a lot of this, come to fruition. I think that Web 3.0 on Hedera is going to be something monumental. I think that this is going to change the Web 3.0 space for, ever. And I do think that Hedera, starting to ramp up not only ecosystemal growth within these areas, but also focusing on like high growth areas, is perfect for success. And I do believe that they know exactly what they are doing. And like I said, I think that this is awesome. And more so, talking about Web 3.0, we do see this from Hedera themselves. Let's put Hedera front and center at the W3 be awards by Blockchain RI, and show the world why our network is and will continue to be the key player in the global transformation towards the Web3 future. Like I said, I do believe that Hedera will be the trust layer behind Web3. With all of their connections, with all of the movement that we have seen from them, it seems inevitable at this point that they will be the trust layer of the Web3 economy. I think that they will play a pivotal role. Even if they are not the trust layer, I think that their role will definitely be something monumental for the Web3 space, as we have been seeing them really kind of focus on this since day one. And we do see down here the deadline for the 2022 Web3 and Blockchain Transformation Awards has been extended once again to August 31st. So we are definitely watching this a little bit closely, and I do think that we will see Hedera probably pull the win here. But it's also going to allow for a lot more eyes on the project. Like I said, these are like what you want to see. Like, I know that these are just like award ceremonies and stuff, but these play a pivotal role within the community building aspect. It allows for a lot more eyes to be on the project, learn more about the project, understand the project, see the the vision behind the project, and then invest in the project. So more eyes are way better than less. And also, talking more so about more eyes on the project, we do see this from the Hbar Foundation. The hot DeFi summer is heating up with the Healy Swap decentralized exchange coming to the Hedera network in collaboration with LimeChain HQ and Mantra DAO. Healy Swap will support both ERC20 and HTS tokens. You can learn more about the AMA with the team and also Soma Finance. And these are something special in regards to like a lot of these AMAs. Healy Swap is going to be something special, similar to Saucer Swap. I think that all of these in regards to the DeFi space are very special. We have been paying attention to Healy Swap. I've been telling you guys about them for a while. I do love their omnious look. I really do like their graphics and stuff like that. Very cool, very diverse in its own way. But we have been watching this unfold as they have been partnering with some of the major ecosystem key players, like for example Hashport. But yeah, when we really kind of look at this, I'm very excited for the future of DeFi on Hedera, as we do see more and more players really kind of coming out to put together this scene, really build out some very strong, decentralized exchanges and DeFi offerings. So I'm very excited for that as well. And last but not least, we do see over here from Hedera, upcoming session, Colombia DSG, Colombia Club. HCS Enterprise presents data-driven solutions in agriculture, a discussion on the benefits DLT and Hedera bring to the world of agriculture, covering ESG, sustainability, and more. And this is going to be on August 25th. Again, a lot more eyes on the project. The funny thing is that I don't think that people realize how big Hedera has already been within the agriculture scene. I share with you guys Agrayo. This is a project that has been a long-term one that has been on Hedera since I think like day one that I've joined the project at least. And we do see like 10 billion population by 2050, 70+% required food supply, and 500 million underserved farmers. Hedera is integral to our commitment towards sustainable agricultural practices and also creating financial access for underserved farming families. And yeah, I think that this is something that we need to pay attention to. I think that when we see the not even the economy, the population, growing rapidly, we're going to need something that is providing, decentralized data at the core, but also allowing for solutions like this to be built out. And we do see the challenge. The world between remote farmers and banking is disconnected with the lack of trust, minimizing the opportunity for farmers to take advantage of loans for greater predictability. Agrayo provides data-driven prediction models to provide users lenders with more informed decisions using a decentralized network. This data can be more readily verified and trusted over time. And they are going to be utilizing Hedera for this, as you guys do see, through its throughput, low-cost transactions to manage their listings as a tokenized asset and provide an auditable log of each plot's predicted and recorded outputs. So I think that this is something special, and it is going to play a pivotal role going forward, especially in regards to where we are headed in the world. And also, going back to September 21st, 2020, Australian agri supply chain launches on Hedera Hashgraph. Entrust, Australia's first full-service agricultural supply chain platform, has announced it will operate on Hedera Hashgraph, the enterprise-grade distributed ledger. And yeah, this is one that a lot of people actually overlooked. I don't even think that they made a page like this where you do see the actual use case. But this is also another agricultural use case that I do think is something special. And they do, quote a few things, but we do see down here, here's the actual quote around, the supply chain or the food supply chain. Entrust successful initial pilot with the wine industry and strong early demand from our other agricultural sectors demonstrates the pent-up desire by producers and consumers to have more visibility into the provenance and life cycle of our food and drinks. We are pleased to be working closely with Rob and the team on such an important project, with highlights the visibility and trust that only a robust public distributed ledger can bring to an industry that affects us all. And these are the use cases that I actually pay attention to. I know that a lot of people want to pay attention to financial use cases with banking and stuff. And trust me, I understand exactly why a lot of people put a major spotlight on those use cases. They are the big money use cases. But these are also use cases that will affect everyone. These are the ones that I would say determine our future in regards to food supply chains in general. And I do think that Hedera is the leading name behind it, even in regards to healthcare as well. So to me, Hedera's real-time auditable, network capabilities allow for a lot of these use cases to actually be built out on this DLT, but also even Hedera in general, where they are positioned with what they have been doing for the longest time since the inception of Hedera, is something special. And I will say it right now, watching a lot of these major use cases be built out, go live, and really be utilizing Hedera for real-world use case application is probably one of the most monumental things in this industry. I know that a lot of these top 10 projects in the space, which is also why I say I do believe that Hedera could be a very large name in the top 5 at least. A lot of these projects do not really offer too much in regards to real-world application. Even BNB. BNB is great for just Binance's actual token and stuff. Sure, there's a few things that you could do within the actual exchange, but it doesn't offer really any incentives in real world application. Even some of these other projects too. We've talked about a lot of these projects on a day-to-day basis. They're great for this for this industry, but where's the real world application? I do think that those applications are going to be spotlighted once we do kind of get out of a Bitcoin-driven market. I think that once we usher into a utility-driven market, this entire space is completely diverse. I think that the entire landscape of crypto will be reimagined almost, instantly through, utilization alone. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, after you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.